Hello, Fireflies. Thank you again for joining me for another fire conversation. Hot topic today is Uranus goes direct. And I'm really excited about this energy because Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius. So it's very fitting that he would decide to station direct right before Aquarius season kicks off. And Uranus is known as the Great Awakener. He rules over sudden changes, gives the energy to expect the unexpected. You know, how the tables have turned type thing. And he really kind of gives us a run for our money with his element of surprise. He's unconventional, he's unpredictable and unusual, but in all the right ways. This is really going to open us up to our own innovations, our own originality, our inspiration, freedom of expression, our inner rebels. Just makes me instantly think of like Joan of Arc. I don't know why. I have a very strong connection to Joan of Arc. And she was a change maker. You see here that I have some cards out. And by the way, I'm filming on Tuesday, January 5th, because all the days are still running together for me. And this transit, the stationing of Uranus going direct, is actually occurring on January 6th. So that's tomorrow. You see I have some cards here. I just kind of wanted to get a little bit of background before I started pulling cards on camera, to see, what did Uranus teach us while he was retrograde? And he really taught us to accept changes, to accept transformation, to accept the kind of shakeups and wake-ups that he kind of brought our way. He also taught us to know when enough is enough, with this conflict and defeat card. And in traditional tarot, this is going to be the 5 of Swords. So this is a lot of mental conflict. This is mental defeat. This is negative self-talk. He taught us to kind of move away from that and be able to really hone in on our spiritual strength. And in traditional tarot, this is the 9 of Wands. So this is a completely different energy for the 9 of Wands in this deck because, in a lot of traditional tarot cards, the 9 of Wands is your, wounded warrior energy. But this is really kind of speaking to your inner peacemaker as opposed to your wounded warrior. So I think this is really powerful, really beautiful energy to kind of kickstart us for this stationing direct of Uranus. So I am actually going to pull some other oracle cards. Let me actually get these out of the way because I feel like this is going to be a pretty juicy reading with some serious information coming through. So I just want to actually pull some cards to see what Uranus is going to bring as he stations direct for us. Oh, that flew right out. Oh, and a transformation card came out again. This is finding peace within the transformation. There may have been a bit of a rocky road for you in regards to him being retrograde. But this is also opening you up to honor the path. Honoring, all the trials and tribulations, all of the lessons that you've kind of learned, that you've definitely learned through his period of retrograde. And I want to pull one more from this deck just to see. Okay, so there's a couple that really wanted to come out. So this is you listening to your higher self, taking your intuition into higher account. Aquarians, air signs are highly, highly intuitive. And they're really in touch with their communication. If you don't already know, Aquarius is the water bearer. So Aquarians can often come off seeming, sometimes cold, unemotional, but that is just because they are very well equipped to contain and control their emotions. Yeah, I'm not feeling these other cards that wanted to come out. I do feel like there was definitely a new focus that was brought about for family. They're gonna make me pull these out anyways. All right, guides. Shedding false identities too. He brought us into a greater understanding of our true self as we're in retrograde. And now that's going to be presented. We're coming from behind the mask as he stations direct. Understanding that you are deserving and moving away from this lack consciousness. Really, really positive energy so far. I really am digging this. So I'm going to pull a couple more oracle cards to see what else Uranus is going to help us with as far as, some shifts in our lives for the better. Fertility. That's feeling like I'm pulling that on top of the transformation card. No, I'm being told that goes on top of the family card. So this could be that there are some new additions that are coming into the family. But there's also growth within familial relationships too. Let's get a card for the transformation. It has taken an incredible amount of strength to pull through these shifts in these lessons that he was helping us to kind of learn about ourselves and what we actually want and to bring into our experience. I really like this. And then we're getting peace on the behind the mask. This is us becoming at peace with who we truly are and no longer denying that to ourselves and no longer hiding that from the world. So let's get another card. That's really beautiful energy. I want to get a card on the first peace card to see what that's about. You're finding peace within your spiritual guidance. There's an energy that is circulating around each and every one of us, and that could just that could be an ancestor, that could be a passed on loved one, that could be an archangel, but there has definitely been a solid hand holding you through this peaceful, finding peace in the transition and honoring the path. We were getting the career card. And then on deserving, we're getting dreams. This is so nice. With the honoring the path into career, a lot of us have maybe gotten that realization that whatever we are doing as far as our work is not honoring our path. It's not honoring our life purpose. So there are definitely, within the next few months before or after this, Could be a lot of career shifts that are happening for people. And then the dreams on top of deserving, it's pretty clear that you're starting to realize that you deserve to have your dreams come true. So let's get a card on the higher self and see how that works itself out. This is so good. Okay, yeah, higher self, concentrating on your well-being. So you're following that guidance from your higher self. This could, you know, be that you started working out. This could be that you are taking that time to really get that self-care in, and not as a reward, but as a necessity. And also just following your soul because it knows the way. And let's get another card on this lack consciousness. Can't be the only one that doesn't have an extra one. All right. Give it to me or I'm gonna pick it. Commitment. To me, this lack consciousness with the commitment coming over top of it is committing to positive thinking, committing to thinking happy thoughts, committing to the law of attraction, what we think we become. So, commitment to overcoming lack consciousness. So if you feel like you don't have enough, you're going to continue to not have enough. If you feel like you have everything that you need, you are going to continue to get the things that you need. It's law of attraction 101. But there's a shift in the thought process a little bit. And when that happens, you're committing to changing your thought process. Thank you. I'm just trying to learn here. What are you trying to tell me, Uranus? But yeah, it's a commitment to changing your thought process. This is really beautiful energy to get us straight out the gate. I'm in love. I'm in love with this. So now I'm going to pull some tarot cards to see you know, how Uranus going direct is going to, you know, hit us emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. All right. So, emotionally, what is Uranus going direct going to help us with? Ooh. Independence. Supposed to be backwards. That's supposed to be reversed. I don't really usually read a lot of reversals. But this is really independence. This is honoring yourself. This is putting you first before you put anything else first. This retrograde caused you to kind of pause and think, like, is my life really going in the direction that I want it to? Is this how I really want to be represented? Is this who I am? And the King of Swords is you really using your discernment and really kind of dissecting your thought process and your experience and how you can change that. This is the lack consciousness coming back out. Emotionally, we're no longer feeling lack. I really like that energy. So let's see, what is Uranus helping us to see with his station direct mentally? This is the higher self. This is spirit guides again. This is paying attention to the signs. And mentally knowing we always have choices. And when to choose what at what point in our life. This is mentally we're wanting to follow our passions. We're not really sure how to do this because this page energy is that novice energy. You're not really sure how to do it, but we're doing it. That's a huge mental shift. I'm not going to let anything stand in the way of me anymore. What's another thing where... Ooh. Yes. This is that fertility. This is us knowing that we can create whatever experience we want to have. And mentally putting that out there. This is, again, this is feeling a lot of law of attraction. Holy crap, Mercury. You're not even retrograde and you're fucking up my life. But this is really having a solid relationship mentally with the universe and understanding that whatever we think, speak, becomes a reality. It becomes a part of our experience. Understanding that we have to utilize our intuition when it comes to co-creation with the universe. That's really beautiful energy too. And then spiritually, didn't even get to ask the question before cards started to fly out. Spiritually, we're following our heart. And it feels instinctual now with this Knight of Wands. So this feels like this feels like feminine energy and masculine energy going for the gold together, on a spiritual plane. And spiritually, we've been working hard to make the necessary changes for ourselves in our experience. Let's see, let's get more for what we're experiencing spiritually. Spiritually, we're moving away from self-sabotage. And spiritual deception. I don't even know how to explain that. This feels like I want to get another card on this Seven of Swords. Holy shit. Okay, so this is definitely holding back on the lies we tell ourselves or what we deny. To me, this feels like we can no longer ignore the signs. I'm gonna get another card. Because the Four of Pentacles, that feels like past energy. Like we were just holding our soul back, yep, and letting the ego do a lot of the playing here. Devil's Advocate. Interesting. I want to get Pentacles. So we've been doing a lot of spiritual. We've done a lot of spiritual work. We've tamed the ego, and that's what's allowing us to open up more spiritually. lot of things have closed out too. A lot of healing has closed out. On this Nine of Pentacles. Emotionally, what's helping us to feel free and independent? Okay. Where'd you go? A new insight. Interesting. Okay, what's helped us to feel emotionally unstuck? What changed our perspective? To me, this feels like emotionally being accepting of everything that we have, because when we are happy and okay and solid with everything that we have, even especially if we have nothing, that's how we draw in lots more opportunities. And what's helped us kind of become more controlled over our emotions with this King of Swords? And that feels like knowing when to take emotional action. That doesn't even make sense to me. When to act on emotions. Okay, that makes more sense. And what's helping us to no longer feel lack emotionally? We're no longer waiting for other people to fulfill us. And then I was gonna ask, what's helping us to feel a little bit more guided mentally by our soul intuition. And it's just balancing between the ego and the soul. Each has a very intricate and big role in our lives. You can't have one without the other, but just understanding that relationship and how it works. What are we going to choose mentally? We're choosing to create some new manifestations with our thought process. And what's helping us to kind of move with our passion, move with this new action-oriented energy we have, because our heart chakra is no longer blocked. We've cleared a lot out. And what is helping us to see with this Empress card that we are capable of creating? What's changing that? Letting go. Letting go. This isn't even letting go of anything specific. This just feels like a surrender. Surrender to what was or what will be. Yeah, surrendering, putting the defenses down. This is great. And I was actually going to pull a card for these two because I said that this feels like, we're following our intuition a little bit more with this Knight of Cups, but we're also following our action at the same time, and we're rightly balanced in between these two. We know what to choose and when to utilize that energy. This is really great, guys. Now I am going to wrap this one up with a postcard from Spirit, but this is going to be a postcard from Uranus. Oh, this is interesting. This is from Uranus. Dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act. That's what I was just saying. There's some action happening. To stir up some energy. This is definitely Uranus. And put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so, so much. Ooh. I hope that this information was super duper helpful. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, you guys.